So welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hot Song Podcast. It is February the 20th, 2025, and the topic for this week and probably the next week or two would be on self-love because we kind of did deep emotional soul healing or deep soul healing for two maybe 3 weeks. So this time we're moving on to still using source frequency for group healing, but this time we are focusing on another aspect of the source, because within source, the source has all healing energies. It is, and within it, it really depends on what it is that we need. And this time we're calling on the self-love and that aspect of the source healing. So let's just talk a little bit about what the self-love, the unconditional love and healing is about. So it has many aspects. So this is not a exhaustive list of what unconditional love and healing is about. It's just a very high level overview of it. So part of it is about a feeling of worthiness. It's so the reverse of it is that when how do we know how do we know we need the unconditional love healing is when we have like really a lot of self-judgment, feelings of unworthiness. If we reject ourselves, or we don't have to reject all of it of ourselves, but maybe aspects of ourselves. Maybe we reject our body. So body image is usually a symptom of it, and but it's not so much okay, I need to lose a few pounds, but it's actually a distortion that we are so body conscious that we really reject how our body looks. Then we know, okay, then this is where we need the unconditional love healing from the source frequency. Other things is we don't we think that we feel incomplete, that something is missing from us, or inability to accept ourselves as who we are in this moment. Then those are more evidence that we need the unconditional love healing. Other things may be fear of abandonment or fear of rejection. So if you do things because you don't want to be rejected, or if people saying no to you or people turning their backs on you is something that you put a lot of focus on, then you know that okay, it is unconditional love healing that is really what we need now. Okay, so let's see. Other things would be if you're always looking to be perfect. So you go after perfection, whether it is how your body looks, or how your place looks, or how your career is, or how your relationship is. You want perfection. Then that kind of is it's really a symptom of needing this unconditional love and healing. Or if you avoid relationships altogether, you have all sorts of reasons and say, oh, okay, I'm going to wait until, or I'm going to, like all sorts of reasons for you to avoid relationships. Or if you try to avoid doing anything, you try to avoid success, or then that's those are some of the other ways. Or if you are people-pleasing person, you always want to or feel the obligation to say yes or to do everything for everybody else, but you don't have time for yourself, then you know that there is definitely something is it is kind of a fear of rejection. And or other things is you can't really make a decision because you didn't take the time to get to know yourself very well. So when it's time for you to make a choice, you don't really know what you want. So all those things. So when I was looking at, all of this, these are all from the notes from Sifu James, like I was noting this, I was like, okay, I have a couple of these at least. Maybe if you only have one, then, you're pretty good, but I have more than one. Let's put it that way. So I thought, okay, let's do some healing, because if I have it and we are in a group together, then I'm fairly sure that some of these things you would at least a few of you would feel that, okay, I have those. So those are kind of the telltale signs that this is the kind of healing. The unconditional love healing is what we can go after. So without talking too much more, just open the floor for questions, comments, anything before I actually jump into the more the healing part of it, the actual group session. Not really? Okay. In that
Please
case,
talk about self-abandonment as well.
self-abandonment.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Let's an example is if you don't put any effort in yourself, for example, you don't look after how you look, you don't really care what you eat, you do things for everyone else, but you don't do things for yourself.
Yeah.
So that is definitely self-abandonment. And okay. Or if you don't put your own needs, I'm not saying that
Right.
you should always put your own needs first. I'm just saying that, yeah, consider other people, but also consider yourself as well. Don't only go and do things for other people. Right?
Right.
It should be a balance. There should be a balance. Yes, we do need to help each other out. However, not at the expense of yourself. Help people maybe 1 or 2 hours a day, and then give yourself some time to rest. And of course, all of the other routines that we have to do just to be alive, to take care of ourselves, all those things.
Yep.
So putting the effort on yourself, that is um, really taking care of yourself. But if you don't even do that, then that is definitely self-abandonment.
Yep.
Any other comments, questions? Okay, cool. Then